We've had listeriosis, recession, and electricity cuts. At least Banyana Banyana has given us some respite. We are guaranteed a spot in the FIFA Women's World Cup in France next year. But will they get their dues for being one of the most consistent senior national teams in their victories? And to answer that question, we have Russell Paul, the acting CEO of SAFA. And Russell, welcome. And to tell us about the journey to the World Cup is Andile Dlamini, the goalkeeper for the winning team. And welcome.
Thank you so much for having us here in ENCA.
And tell me, I mean, the reception that you were given at the airport, did you expect that? That rousing welcome?
Oh my goodness. It gave us goosebumps.
Yeah.
We didn't expect that, but we know that, you know, when you qualify for something big, South Africans will always support you, and when you do good, they'll always support you. So it was amazing.
But the support has been low-key for years, right? And suddenly there's this welling up of support, of a positive emotion around Banyana Banyana. How do you feel about that?
I feel excited about it. That's what we need. As women, we need more support, people coming to watch us, people supporting us, you know, before we even win things, you know, believing in us. That's what we need. We need also not only supporters, sponsors coming on board and supporting Banyana Banyana. I'd like to also thank SAFA and SASO, you know, for believing in what they have been grooming for a very long time.
Well, I spoke to Russell a few weeks ago because of your success, and somewhere we were raising other issues. But before we go back to those issues, and we'll be talking about other things as well, Russell, the mood within SAFA and the attitude, the commitment to supporting them. If you can talk us through the preparations, because we've not given you guys a chance to tell your side of story of the amount of support and involvement in making sure that Banyana Banyana deliver the results that they have been.
No, I think it was tremendous effort on their part, and we tried to put a lot of the stuff together for them. So, you know, looking at dealing with matches for them, discussing these things with the coach, trying to get the right preparation for them. But we did it twofold. We had the objective, one, of getting to AFCON. We achieved that, but then it was AFCON and beyond AFCON, and it was World Cup. So we planned all those things together with the coach. So we dealt with matches for Chile. We dealt with some other training matches. They went to France. They played France in one of the islands. We ended up playing the Netherlands. And these were all preparation matches. Now they've got the same. We've already done that. We signed those contracts even before they went to AFCON. We announced that they're playing the USA on May the 12th in the USA. They're playing Sweden in a training match on the 17th of January. And they're playing on the 22nd, they're playing Sweden again. And for the 19th of January, there's an announcement coming tomorrow evening that we've already signed previously about a month or two ago. Another European team that they'll be playing.
Why do we wait for tomorrow? We're here now, Russell. We can talk about it here. Do we have, do I need to throttle you to tell?
No, you don't have to throttle us.
No, so
we have an agreement with the opposition that we'll do it at 8 o'clock tomorrow evening.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
okay,
we have to respect them.
And I know that, you know, and money might be involved if you break the news here. And
exactly.
Then the sponsorship will go.
So, but yeah, I mean, we've put a lot of effort into the girls. Sasol have been a brilliant partner for us in trying to do this. We've done the best that we think we can. And moving forward, I mean, we spoke to the coach, subject to the draw. We still need to get one more team for them in April. And depending upon the draw, we think the missing piece would be an Asian team.
Okay.
We're playing 2 European teams in January. We're playing a USA team. We play a South American team. So it's really the Asian team that's missing. We've already played African teams in AFCON, so the preparation is on track.
Now, I mean, tell me about the team dynamics, Andile. I mean, what is it that you think you are getting right within the Banyana Banyana camp that makes you gel, makes you, as a team, to achieve the results that you are? I mean, when you talk, if you want to break conversation, right, about load shedding, then you change the topic and you start talking about Banyana Banyana, and then people forget that they are in the dark. You see that they've got... So they say, okay, I think so-and-so was a better performer than so-and-so. But tell me about the dynamics within the team.
You know, when the coach tells you this is what you need to do on the field of play and you do it right, You know, when you score more goals and when you get more chances and you score more goals, I feel like that changed everything for us. We couldn't convert goals a lot of times. In 2014, we were denied a spot to go to the World Cup because of not taking our chances. But this year, when we played in Ghana, we took every chance, you know. It was just unfortunate that we lost in the finals, but we did everything right.
Yeah, but you know, unfortunately for Bafana Bafana, and Russell knows about it, when you succeed, they take the flak, you see. People shambok them, bring out the shamboks and say, what is it that Banyana Banyana are doing right that Bafana Bafana are not able to do? Maybe you could teach them a lesson or two.
No, not really. I feel like they're doing their best. The only thing that they need to score so that they win, you know, and not concede. That's the only thing. They play beautiful football. In all honesty, the nation must give them a break.
You won't believe it. I mean, my colleagues were saying I should propose a match between Banyana Banyana and Bafana Bafana, just to sort things out once and for all. You think?
Give them time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
as far as you're concerned, they're doing pretty okay. It's just that one or two areas that need strengthening.
Yeah, they need to just score, but they're doing very well. If you watch their game, they play beautiful football.
Yeah, but you see, if you had as I say, my colleagues were telling me this. They were saying, you know, if you played Banyana Banyana against Bafana Bafana, no, 3/4 of the stadium would be there to support Banyana, and they would win against. It's not possible. It won't happen.
Those are our boys. They're much stronger than us. Okay. Let's be realistic. We need to play with the goals.
I was saying the same thing, and they said you will say that because you don't get it. But
listen, Tim, I mean, at the end, we've got Bafana Bafana, we've got Banyana Banyana.
Yes.
The facts of the matter are they're both unbeaten.
Yeah, sure. Well,
we lost in the finals on penalties.
Yeah.
But both teams are unbeaten in AFCON. In the entire process.
Yeah. Well, I was not knocking them. It's just, you know, I'm the messenger who's been sent to
Give them a chance and support them. Come to the stadiums.
They'll qualify in March. They'll qualify for AFCON.
Yeah, but what is the secret here, Russell? I mean, we are familiar with the male national team because they play week in, week out in the Premier Soccer League and elsewhere, but not that familiar with the individual players of Banyana Banyana. What is the magic behind strengthening the team in as far as game time is concerned?
Well, the coaches try to put a number of training camps together, and I think you spoke about dynamics. You asked Andile about dynamics. That's where they start getting a bit closer. It's maybe one of the fundamental difference between a Bafana team and a Banyana team. Fortunately, unfortunately, we think in some ways it's fortunate, in some ways it's unfortunate, where the coach has, in Banyana, has a lot of time with the girls. And in Banyana, as you know, Bafana, you only got the 10 days. So we need to get around those elements as well. But we're working towards that. Coach Baxter is working on a plan to try and see how best he can deal with that between now and March, and see if he can get an opportunity with the PSL coaches and say, hey guys, we need to actually have a camp or two. Talking to the Paraguay guys, just as a matter of interest. I asked them how they do their things, and the Paraguay coach said to me, Monday to Thursday, he has all the national team players. And he sends them back to their pro clubs on a Thursday afternoon.
When they're running a campaign?
No, every week throughout the year.
Yeah.
Monday to Thursday, they're with the national team in his camp.
Not with their
clubs.
With their employers, their clubs.
Not with their employers.
Yeah. Well.
So, I mean, you know, if you go back to 2010, you go back to that period, even the time when we had Carlos Queiroz was the same position. We had the players going into a camp every now and then, maybe once a month, twice a month. We had that.
But you also have so-called superpowers in women football, isn't it? But who are the superpowers now? Is it US and Germany? And who else?
US, Germany, Sweden, France. There are lots, you know, Japan. I could name a lot.
I want to take the opportunity for some of us to learn, because following your achievements in recent times, you are becoming stars in your own right now. Where do people get to see you regularly?
In the field, playing Sasol League games.
Yeah.
That's where they would see us regularly. Most of us are coaches as well.
Okay.
You know,
but you don't play as regular as the PSL guys, or?
That's the objective. The objective, and we need to sustain this growth of Banyana Banyana. And our objective is to establish the National Women's League sometime during the course of next year, with or without sponsors. And we believe that will be a further platform to help our girls.
Yeah, and also get the supporters to come to the matches and familiarize themselves with the players.
And get more acquainted with the ladies that are doing us proud.
So in terms of the development up to Banyana Banyana level, what is SAFA doing on that score? Because definitely male football, you know, it starts played from what? From under 15s, 17s, 19s?
At the girls, ladies, women level, we've also got them at under 13 at the local football association. Mm-hmm. They've got 13, they've got 15, 17-year-olds, 18, 19. We've got going through those ranks. The missing link is the jump between a Sasol League and the Banyana Banyana area.
Yeah.
Hence, we're going for the National League to then allow them to be a lot more active during that period of time at a higher level.
And, of course, get some regular income besides waiting for the national call-up, right, to earn whatever money they...
Yeah, it's not a professional league,
yeah.
But again, it will be pretty much the same as an ABC Motsepe League or a National First Division.
Yeah. Well, I hope you don't mind, Andile. I'm going to talk about money because the last time... he knows. The last time we spoke here, I said somebody was suggesting that SAFA is paying Banyana Banyana about 100 rands a match, and obviously that was an outrageous statement. So can we talk about that? That you think it's a reasonable compensation from both SAFA and the sponsors that you are getting?
Yes, I think so, because they're the only people that have been supporting us. You know, we need a lot and lots of sponsors. SAFA is an association that needs sponsors to come on board and say we want to sponsor Banyana Banyana. And, you know, the money will go up if there are a lot of sponsors. So if you only have Sasol that's, you know, helping SAFA pay all these things for us, it's reasonable.
We're still work in progress as a people to appreciate that women play football. We can be happy that you made it to the finals of AFCON and you have qualified for the World Cup, but frankly, we still have to get to the point of taking women football seriously in the country. So tell me about your routine as an athlete, not only yourself and your colleagues. How do you get yourself together in shape and build the mental strength that is required at your level of playing football?
After training in your club, you do extra work because you know you're a national team player. When you're not playing, you do extra work as well. You know, you gym. If your team is not doing anything at that time, you gym extra. You run, because you know you're a national team player. So you just have to do what's expected of you by the national team coach as well, you know, because she gives us programs when we're at home. She motivates us, and she, you know, when a coach sends you a program and says, please do this and this and that, I believe that coach cares so much about your fitness.
And here's another thing. With boys, it's taken for granted that they will play football, right? And when they go to school or any place, many young boys and men today will tell you about their childhood days that they used to play football. But it's not the same with girls. Now, if you were to share your life story briefly to motivate young girls who want to take up football, what are the hurdles they've got to overcome, and how do they overcome those hurdles?
If I were to share, I've been through a lot, so, you know, people would want to come and disturb you, say that you are not capable of playing football because football is only played by a male. So I would tell them not to believe in those things, because they are capable of doing whatever they want to do at whatever time they want to do. And, you know, if you put your mind into doing something, you will achieve it. But if you don't, then, and you... But
do you think that there's enough support at community level, at schools, for girls' football?
Yeah, I believe that, because I'm seeing the JVW League as well, you know, introducing girls, young girls in schools as well. So there is enough support. I believe that it is changing a lot of children's lives. JVW, it is changing a lot of children's lives, and there are other programs, that are giving girls a chance to come and play football. SAFA also has under 13s and the 15s and 17s, getting them involved. There's the HPC as well, calling all these young girls to go study, giving them studying opportunities. So there is, and I believe that things are going to get better.
Now, Russell, we give you guys a hard time and saying you must do this, you must do that. But sponsorship is the key for you to be able to achieve some of the goals that you set for yourself. Any improvement on that front, not only for Banyana Banyana, you can start there and tell us if there are more corporates that are coming to the party to provide sponsorship so that football can be developed, but in general terms as well.
Look, I mean, sadly, we expected with the success of Banyana Banyana that we would have a few knocks on our doors and people saying, how can we help? We've had one foreign-based company, believe it or not, Damat the other day, that came on board. The original plan was to sponsor Bafana Bafana, suit them out like you. And as soon as they found out about the success of Banyana Banyana, they said, please, can we also kit the ladies out? And obviously we said, thank you very much. There's a foreign-based company that's done that. No South African company has come knocking on our door yet, despite the fact that we have been out there asking. And we've been asking and pleading and saying this is to grow the game of football.
And your door is wide open.
It's so wide open, you can drive a bus through it.
Sure. And has this persuaded the SABC otherwise to come to the party in terms of what you're asking them for?
Sadly not. Same story again. I mean, we've even offered again to the SABC to broadcast the Sasol Women's League final on Sunday, and they said no.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately. It's another issue altogether. But let's talk brief politics of professional football. The chairman of Black Leopards, Mr. David Tidiela, says he thinks the process that you are dealing with, the disciplinary against him, is flawed. What is your view of him pulling out of the disciplinary process?
I think you'll have to ask that question to the National Soccer League, because we have not instituted a disciplinary process against Mr. Tidiela.
But as SAFA, what do you think? I mean, PSL is your member, and what is the view of SAFA when it comes to matters of this nature?
It must follow due course. So if there's a disciplinary process that's happening, natural course must take its course.
If he stays away or stays out of that process and he reckons it's flawed and maybe appeals to yourselves as SAFA to hear the matter, would you oblige?
We'd have to deal with it in terms of the process. So whatever our statutes say, we'll look at it. So we can't answer about that question right now because we need to understand what's happening. For right now, we don't have any information on the table.
He hasn't made contact with yourselves?
No, he has made contact with us, but not in terms of that process.
Okay, so if you were to recommend to the PSL and David Tidiela, what would you say they should do to resolve this matter? Because from the looks of things and the information we have at our disposal, it appears he's going to make an appeal to you to intervene.
So when he does that, we'll intervene.
In the meantime?
In the meantime, due process. So he needs to follow the process in terms of what the National Soccer League regulations are, and then we'll follow the process.
My colleagues have a letter that's addressed to yourselves, the SAFA.
So be it. We've referred that particular communication, because they're two separate issues.
Yeah.
We've referred that communication to our legal and constitutional committee, as well as the ethics committee. And when they give us an indication of how to deal with it, we'll follow through.
Okay, so that's where it is at the moment.
That's where it is.
Okay. Well, Andile, you're looking forward to the league next year?
I am. I'm looking forward to becoming more fitter.
Yeah. And of course, you're still appealing to us to give Bafana Bafana a break here, right?
Yeah, support them.
Yeah.
Support them. I'm saying go to the stadiums, watch them, support them so that they can do well, you know?
Yeah.
They haven't lost, so give them support. You know, I'm even getting goosebumps.
Where do you think, a brief question to you, where are we missing the point? I mean, you know, Russell, people get so upset about this matter.
I take it too much to heart that we don't give them a chance. They're human beings as well. You know, as much as we also supporters are human beings, but they're also human beings. They learn from their mistakes. So I'm saying, and I'm going to repeat, support them. The more numbers on the stadium watching them,
Yeah.
the better.
Well, we're looking forward to the Women's Professional League next year. And Russell, good luck.
Thank you, Tim.
With that initiative, despite the politics that you've got to deal with. I didn't want to go through line by line letters that say, please intervene. But I thank you for spending time with me on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Russell Paul of SAFA and Andile, our goalkeeper. Well done.
Thank you so much.
And good luck. And that's all we had for you tonight. News is next with Tony Ndoro. I will be back with you tomorrow at 9 a.m. for the Modise Network. Good night.